The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Of course, like we started last week, the 2025-2026 season is upon us, and I tell you sincerely, every club is already praising up for the new season, new signings, and also the preseason has started, and we are seeing the performance of these club sides. Welcome to another intriguing episode of the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by absolutely the biggest prediction website you can find anywhere in the world of Bet Ensured. Yes, it is www.betensure.com. I am FM Karik, and now, of course, right beside me is Kaka. Kaka, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you. How are you doing yourself?
Of course, I am good. I'm good, but you look great. And you look, the aura is speaking that you're looking good. But then, Luis Diaz on his way to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Liverpool, I'm looking at the Liverpool side and I'm saying, will Florian Wirtz or whoever they get bring the kind of zeal, the kind of passion, the kind of technique, and the ability, the push that Luis Diaz brought to that side? Because, hey, at the end of the day, they actually played with Luis Diaz as a number 9 for a whole lot of the season. Will these new players and the potential sign of Isaka, we hope it will happen, but it hasn't happened yet. Will those players bring what Luis Diaz brought to that Liverpool side for next season?
Yeah, they should. I feel Florian Wirtz, if you've seen him a couple of times, you know he's an hardworking player.
Of course, I'm very technical.
Yeah, he's very technical and he's very good. He can pick a pass anywhere on the pitch. And I still look at that left wing position and I still feel Gakpo still, I think he's still their best bet.
But the battle will be in the number 10 position.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who will be on the bench?
I don't see them dropping Florian Wirtz for anybody, and I think he would probably find a way for them to play together. But the Luis Diaz transfer, well, he knows best for himself. Probably at this stage of his career, it does not make sense to me. I think he's at the peak of his career, and I think Liverpool is probably still the best team for him going forward. But yeah, Bayern Munich probably wins probably it's for more money, or probably I don't know. It's getting
another big team. Like this is the dominant team in the
German Bundesliga.
And of course, the Europe is also, Bayern have a shot in European competition.
I mean, he's 28 years old, and I still think he has his spot locked down while he was at Liverpool. But yeah, he probably has his personal convictions, but the transfer personally does not make sense to me. His numbers actually does not probably speak well for him to go for 18 million.
Yeah, his numbers doesn't speak well, but then we see the ability, the agility, and the passion that this man has in his veins. Right about now, people, let me remind you that you should go on www.betensure.com. Yes, subscribe to our packages and get interesting predictions across all sport, and also do well to like, share, subscribe, and also make sure you keep it logged right here with us on the Ensure Zone podcast. Back into it, Kaka. The big question is the top 6 for the 2025-2026 EPL season.
Yeah.
Which team do you think will make the top 6? I'm not asking in the professional order or in any order. Yeah. But then I'm still going to go to who you think will win the vote. Which teams do you think will make the top 6 for the EPL this season?
I still think it will be the usual suspects. I see Liverpool there, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, see them in the mix. I'm not so sure how Newcastle will fare this season. I'm not so sure because they've had it. I mean, in this transfer season, they've had it difficult. They'll probably lose their talisman, and they've lost quite a lot of players already. And some of their transfer targets are even going to other clubs, and it's not looking good for them. And the season is almost kickstarting. And so, yeah, the usual top 4. I don't know how Manchester United will fare. You don't know what to expect from Manchester United. But yeah, if so, I think.
And there's also Tottenham in the mix.
Yeah, Tottenham's at the end of the day. Right? But yeah, I think Manchester United I love the signings they've made. If they make 1 or 2 good signings, especially in the midfield, I think I see them in the mix as well. And so yeah, them and probably Newcastle.
So we are talking Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle
Yeah,
and Manchester
Manchester United
United.
for
But
me.
then going into the season, I know the battle for the EPL title will be a very fierce one.
Yeah.
So who do you think? I want you to name top three, the three teams that will really vie for the title. The three teams that will vie for the title. Because these teams look decent,
Yeah.
but we see the teams that look outstanding,
Yeah.
bringing in players into positions that ought to be filled in. Now, everybody have been clamoring for a striker for Arsenal. Arsenal now have a proper number nine that everybody have been asking for. Now, with their number nine, do you think they have a chance of winning the title? Liverpool, for example, they already got their man Ekitike, and also the team still looks solid. Only Alexander Arnold is out of the team, but there's a replacement for him. Do you think Liverpool will retain their title? And for Pep Guardiola and the Manchester City side, solid as ever. And Rodri back. Because Rodri was the excuse for last season that, hey, Rodri was injured. But now with Rodri, I'm looking at these three teams. I want you to make your choice. Who are the three teams that you think will vie for the title next season?
I actually think those are the three most constant teams that I think would fight for the title. But this coming season, I think it's going to be much more closer than it was last season. But you look at the signings that Liverpool has made this transfer season, and you can see the difference that they've made. Manchester City, yes, they've made a couple good signings, but I still think they are missing. They're missing something. I still feel
Especially in the middle of the park.
exactly.
You don't see someone coming in the mode of
Yeah,
that.
that
De
Kevin De
Bruyne.
Bruyne,
Yeah, I
exactly.
understand.
And I know even at the back, they can be very
Very porous, yes.
exactly. You can find gaps in at the back there. So, but with Arsenal, I think I want to give them a chance. But I still look at the history of Arsenal
And the mentality.
of that team. Yeah, Gyökeres will bring a lot of goals, and Zubimendi will bring a lot of stability in the middle of the park. But yeah, you just don't know Arsenal. When it is most important, they tend to falter, and there are a lot of games to go by this coming season. If Liverpool does not retain the title, I'm sorry. I think Arsenal. This might just be their season. Liverpool, yeah, I think they've made really good signings. But I still think psychologically they might not be there. I'm sure you know what I'm saying when I say psychologically. Yeah, even at the end of the day, they are professionals, but I still think that's like might just affect them going into the season. So I think Arsenal at this point, I think they are sorted in every area of the park. I think they are much more sorted to go all the way. And I think this is probably Ateta's most important chance. Or probably his last chance of probably winning the league. He has everything now at his disposal.
Of course.
And most of these signings, I think they are desperate signings because a lot of them are probably at their prime, at their peak.
Of course.
So yeah, I think I'll give Liverpool a chance, and Liverpool probably coming second at Manchester City.
Okay, so now I want your statement to be bold.
Yeah.
And precise.
Yeah.
Who do you think will win the EPL next season?
My heart does not actually go with us now, but yeah, I think the circumstances surrounding Liverpool, Manchester City, and the edge of Gyökeres, you really can't rule that out. If injury is kind to them, that is another big factor. If injury is kind to Arsenal, I honestly see Arsenal going all the way this season.
Now, Kaka, looking at the newly promoted sides into the league and looking at these clubs that are left in the Premier League, Sunderland, Burnley, and Leeds United all back into the Premier League. Which teams do you think will finish top three? I mean, at the bottom of the league, which teams do you think will go down the drain? Because last season a lot of teams expected to really go down, really stood their ground and performed well.
Yeah, it's always very difficult when these teams come from Championship. I think the last three that came the previous season, I think they were the same three that went back to Championship. And these three teams coming up, I think Leeds are very
Yes, and they are high scoring.
I think they are very good on their day. When you look at Sunderland, they've made a couple of signings, but I'm not in tune with most of their signings. They've signed a lot of African players, and I think this December, January, there is the AFCON, and I think that will take a toll on them. And you look at current ones in the Premier League, Brentford especially, Wolves. I think they look at this team and think, okay, I think there's something there. I mean, most of their best players are gone. Brentford, their manager is gone. Their talisman is gone. Your Wisa is probably going to leave as well, and that's probably going to leave a big gap in that their squad. So they look at these teams look at probably this Wolves side and this Brentford side and think, okay, I think we can challenge them. So I think I suspect Sunderland to go back, Burnley to go back, but I think Leeds will definitely stay up, and I think it will be between Wolves and Brentford to go back to the championship.
Wow, fantastic and bold prediction from Kaka. Hey, Brentford fans and also talking about Wolverhampton fans, talking about the players that Manchester United actually signed, the Matthias Cunha and Brandon Verbo. Of course, they have left a big gap in two sides. Will they be going back? Of course, either of them joining to, as Kaka said, to the relegation. Of course, it's still the Ensure Zone podcast, and right about now, we are going to the place where you have been waiting for, the 20-other weekend banker on one expert, especially created by our expert right here at Bet Ensured. And I tell you sincerely, this is the part you don't want to miss because we'll be dropping games as we have been doing before that will make you want to stick to this. And let's go straight to the 20-odd weekend backer for this weekend. Now, guys, before we say our buys, yes, Kaka, straight to it. Which team do you think will be the dark horse, or which team do you think will put a threat to those title contenders?
Top of my head, I think Chelsea. And I think they should actually compete for the Premier League title. But I don't want to put them out to them. I still think they need one more year for me to say they probably contend proper for the Premier League title. But if what we see at the FIFA Club World Cup is anything to go by,
Of course, they are world champions.
yeah, if it is anything to go by, it's a different tournament. It's a tournament, and this is a long journey. So I think they have quality players, and they've signed some really exciting young talents, and I think I see them as a dark horse in this coming season.
Of course, Chelsea as the dark horse for this coming season, guys. This is where we'll be drawing our curtain for the program at this weekend. Of course, we will be making a return and with more bangers right here on the Ensure Zone podcast. A big thank you to Kaka for making it here.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Of course, I am FM Karik, and I tell you, like I always say on the Ensure Zone podcast, we don't just predict the future, we actually ensure it.